Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Ciro Marchetti. The website at the top here is usgamesinc.com. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you'd like to, if you need that information. Supportive Oracle Cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. There's also a website at the bottom, hayhouse.com. If that doesn't work, just in case it's outdated, go ahead and go to a search engine, put in Hay House. You should find their website. I'm pretty confident I have a planner by them. So, do I? No, it's not here. I'm pretty confident I do, though. What do we have for Aquarius? Oh, so success all over the place, but it's messy. Whatever the situation is definitely messy. You are compatible with this energy. Sometimes, like it's temperance, clearly. Sometimes it talks about Sagittarius energy. Doesn't mean this person has to be Sagittarius, doesn't even mean a person has to be involved, but that type of energy, like it goes, usually does pretty well, very successful typically. Tends to be upbeat. But this is the history of this. There was a lot going on, a lot happening. Seems like it was going well, seemed like it was working out. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So if it's going to work, let it work. But then something changed. What is the tower showing? The tower's here at the top, but like, what is the tower showing us? Page of Swords and the Hanged Man. Somebody started something. Somebody, I don't know, was it you? I don't think it was you. Because, Aquarius, you could say stuff and you can get conversations going. Especially if you're bored, just get a conversation going, see what's going on, see what people are thinking, Sometimes that backfires once in a while. But I don't think you have anything to do with what's going on. The tower's hitting has something to do with somebody saying something they shouldn't have said. A lot of people are talking. Even though it's the Three of Cups, I feel like it's a lot of, I feel like it's a lot of gossiping all of a sudden about what's really going on, what is this person really doing, what do they really want, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I think they did this. Oh, I don't think they paid for that. Oh, I don't think they got away with. Oh, they're getting favoritism. All this weird. Something just started going a little wonky all of a sudden. And it's due to, somebody's unhappy with something. People are bored. I feel like there's, people either have too much time on their hands or things are not interesting. It's kind of like you do the same job every day, and you're bored. You might look at this like, why bother getting involved? But I feel like it's better if you get involved. Something's not right. Something with the chatter. I feel like, not that you want to get involved in gossip, but I feel like you want to deconstruct it. Sometimes it's like, well, let's track this back and see where, at the very least, where it's coming from. It's kind of like, well, people are saying this and that. Let's find out the truth of that, and let's kind of let's put the squash on it. Let's squash it down. Let's put the kibosh on it. Something's not right. But I feel like if you get involved with this, you bring justice with you, for one. You're very good at figuring out what's really going on here. And I feel like you can inform people, all right, before we go crazy, here's what's really going on. But more importantly, where is this coming from? Why are you guys getting all like this? What's the problem? What's the issue? Because I feel like there is a problem here. And you might be able to sniff out a troublemaker. I feel like the person starting the problems might disappear. I don't know what that means. I feel like it's probably by good measure, but whatever that means. Because you got the Four of Swords followed by the Hierophant, which is telling me there's going to be healing, and healing that's going to last. If you get involved, I feel like you're going to sort something out, and you might help people see somebody for who they really are versus the little games that they play. It's kind of like, somebody's just looking to cause trouble. Maybe it's time to like help people see who's really causing trouble and kind of dispel these gossip things, because the gossip, that can erode a situation. It may seem like it's just petty at first, but after time it can start really eroding things between people, and there could become problems where we don't need problems. But by the time we get that far down the road, it has eroded so much. It's kind of like looking at the foundation of a building. At the beginning, you notice it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but if you take care of it at the beginning, it doesn't go that far. Meanwhile, if you wait a couple years, there's a cliff forming, and then before you know it, the foundation starts to crack, the house is off, things are broken, the house loses half its value. We don't want to get that far, you know what I mean? I feel like what they're saying is nip this in the bud. Because you coming into this, you bring justice with you, and then things change. A lot changes. Somebody else steps in, and I feel like they're looking to make this work out correctly. Somebody else steps in, success comes in. What does that have to do with you, though? This other person stepping in, does that have anything to do with you? Or is this like an after, like a side thing? Two of Cups and the Sun card. Well, whoever this is, they think you're awesome. So that's, well, this can be a compatible card for you. Could be a fire sign. If it's a fire sign, it's probably like Sagittarius or Aries. Somebody who's kind of like, okay, let's see what's going on here. This unearths something. This definitely opens something, like it lets something breathe, brings something forward. Something that you didn't think was worth it, I feel like you're starting to find the value after. This is something that whoever this is, they definitely think you're pretty awesome. I'm getting a lot more harmony coming in from this. Literally the word harmony is popping up on this card. 10 of Pentacles with the harmony. This seems to solidify a lot of things. This situation gets a lot more cohesive. I get a lot of people hanging out together and getting along and doing things productive. It's kind of like, all right, if you're going to chat and talk, like, do something productive. Do things with each other. Hang out. Go for hikes on the weekends. Do things with each other's families on the weekends or whatever. Do things after work. Change that extra energy from going from gossip and put it into something where you're looking forward to things. Go to a concert with somebody. Go hang out with people. Like, get to know people. And I feel like a harmony is starting. It's like whatever was going here before, people were getting to know each other, but it was going in this gossipy, negative, like, why does that person have this? I want that energy. That's where it was going. When you sort this out, I feel like it changes. Like, we start distancing ourselves, or they start distancing themselves from the problem, and people start more getting along and kind of connecting with their commonalities rather than their differences. It's very, like, after school special, isn't it? It's not bad. I'm not complaining. Are you going to be a part of that? Like, are you going to become a part of this group like that? I mean, you could if you wanted to. 3 of Pentacles and the Strength card. To a point. I feel like you might not get that deep involved with this group. I feel like you might just kind of like make some guest appearances, have a positive connection here. But I feel like you don't want to be that deep in the whole group. But the fact that the group itself is going a lot better, that seems to go very well for you too. Why are we getting speed with victory here at the end for you? What is that? What does that mean for Aquarius? You have the High Priestess and the 3 of Swords reversed. I don't think you want to be a part of this. But the 3 of Swords reversed is like you're going to get a problem out of your way now rather than having to deal with it later. 3 of Swords reversed. So that's like avoiding heartbreak or recovering from heartbreak. One of the two. Again, I said this before, you're bringing justice with you. You handle this now, instead of it letting the situation get eroded to the point where it's damaging the house, to the point where you just have to scrap it, you're salvaging it, you're fixing it, you're getting rid of the problem. I feel like what they're saying is if you handle this way, you can either deal with it now or deal with it later. And if you deal with it now, it's done. It's out of your way. You get to move on, and you just get to go to the next victory. You don't have to worry about whatever the issue was. If you decide not to get involved, you're just kind of delaying the inevitable, but it's at least 10 times worse later. So you don't have to wait for it to become a big problem. You can just get it out of your way now. I think that's what we're getting to here. I feel like that's what mostly this is about. Everybody else is getting along fine, and I feel like you're getting support here, and that's great. But I feel like what this is mostly about is like, get involved now, because what it doesn't seem like your problem. It doesn't seem like it's really your problem at this point, but it will be later. And I feel like that's what they're giving you the heads up. It better get rid of it now than have to deal with it later. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.